So, a few months ago, I was sitting and I was thinking, Democrats and Republicans disagree over everything. And who's right? I don't think we'll ever be able to know. Even now, I say we don't know who's right. So I came up with my own political theory. What if, instead of just going all Republican or all Democrat, we let them take turns? So you could have a president, you could have a Democrat president for one term, and then you can have a Republican president for one term. Then it goes back to Democrat president for one term, then Republican president for one term. So you can have if the current president is Republican, vote Democrat. If the current president is Democrat, vote Republican. That's the idea. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, I see politics as two options. Option one, there's a box with a 50% chance of two coins and a 50% chance of zero coins. And your goal is to get as many coins as possible from these options. So the first option is that box, 50% chance of two coins, 50% chance of zero coins. Your second option is a box that has one coin in it, a 100% chance of one coin. I go for the box that has the one coin. I don't say, oh, I'm strictly Republican or I'm strictly Democrat. When I vote, I call it maybe cyclist voting or turn voting because you're letting the parties take turns. That is what I do. And if you do that, you're going for the box with the one coin. Sure, you're not getting two coins, but hey, you're not getting zero coins. You're getting one coin. You're guaranteed that coin, and that's what's important. And I have a philosophical theory as well. The more often you prove yourself wrong, the more likely you are to be correct. So it might seem like it's an illusion. People that change their minds a lot are seen as indecisive or don't know what they're talking about or don't know what they're doing. But in reality, we're all like that. It's just those people are the only people who recognize it and actually change their mind over things and are actively trying to learn. So when I go into a conversation or debate or argument, I seek for my mind to be changed. Because if my mind is changed, in order for that to happen, I need to digest new information. And when that happens, you have information that you didn't have before, and you have a new conclusion. And each time you get convinced back and forth like a ping pong ball, going back and forth. The more times you do that, the more likely you are to be correct. So let's say you have some random person who believes one thing. They have a 50% chance of being correct because there's two options, Republican, Democrat. But let's say they're convinced back and forth, let's say 10 times. What is their percent chance of being correct? My guess would be maybe 60% or 65%. It is no longer a 50-50. They are more likely to be correct because they have digested new information that allowed them to change their mind that many times. That person is probably more well-informed than pretty much anybody else. Changing your mind 10 times is a lot. Now, what else was I going to say? So I want to talk about confirmation bias now. So confirmation bias is where you have a established opinion on something so that when other information is introduced, you don't change your mind because of your confirmation bias. Because you already came to a conclusion beforehand, you're not willing to change your opinion again. The problem with that is that it affects so many people. And what you can do to get around it is whenever you get into a debate or an argument or conversation, seek for your own mind to change so that that confirmation bias breaks down. And with the theory I said before, if your mind does change, you are more likely to be correct. So it's a win-win scenario with confirmation bias. So I guess that's all I had to say. Bye.